Real estate in San Antonio is about to absolutely explode right now, and I'm going to give you the top 3 reasons why I believe so. Nationally, San Antonio is pretty much known for these 3 things: the Spurs, the Alamo, and finally, the Riverwalk. And that brings me to my first reason why that I believe that San Antonio real estate is about to explode. There are literally tons of activities that you can do here in San Antonio. Within a 1-mile radius, you can go ahead and visit the Riverwalk, Alamo, or Alamo Dome. Within 5 miles, you can go to the zoo or watch the Spurs play. And if we go ahead and extend that to 16 miles, you can go ahead and visit Six Flags or SeaWorld. On top of that, an hour drive will go ahead and take you to the Natural Bridge Caverns or Slitterbahn, or a 2-hour drive can take you to the beach. Plus, there's numerous amounts of festivals such as the Battle of Flowers Parade and also Fiesta Week. A ton of activities that you can do here in San Antonio, and it will take more than enough time to make sure you visit all these attractions. What that basically means is there's literally a lot of money circulating within the economy, and where there's a lot of money, that also means there's a lot of investors. And if you are a local, you can pretty much agree that there's a lot of construction. At least for myself, I know that there's a lot of new builds and new construction where I live. And that actually brings me to my second reason why I believe that San Antonio real estate was about to explode. There's literally a ton of people moving to Texas. And where are they coming from? They're coming from California and New York. And how do I know? Well, on the real estate investing side of things, I've done short-term rentals such as Airbnb. You would be surprised on how often when I would have clients and I would host them at the house, they're literally waiting for their new build to be built because they're coming from California and there's something that ended up happening with their contract, so they needed to wait a little bit longer before they can move into the house. So I was able to host them. On the mortgage side of things, I have clients from California who are basically wanting to either buy a house and also refinance or cash out because they wanted to invest here in San Antonio. And to top it all off, there's actually a lot of new businesses moving into Texas simply due to the less strict regulations and taxes, which means there are a good amount of additional job opportunities being provided. Moving to Texas, you actually don't get any state income tax. If we take a look at the state income tax for California, it can range anywhere between 1 to 12% depending on your income bracket, and for New York, 4 to 11%. Although when you move to Texas, there is a downside when it comes to taxes. When it comes to property tax, the rates are around double. That's fine because if you decide to rent, you don't have to worry. Even then, the property taxes that you pay for your house, they can actually reduce your federal taxes. If we were to compare the cost of rent, San Antonio's median gross rent comes out to be $1,230, where California is $1,870 and New York is $1,499. So overall, San Antonio can provide you with less rent, less tax, thus a higher incentive to make more money here in Texas. Although renting is cheaper here in San Antonio, I actually highly advise against renting. And that brings me to my third reason why, and actually I believe my most compelling reason why that I believe that San Antonio real estate is about to explode. Home prices here are still affordable in San Antonio. You cannot compare the home prices to San Antonio homes to other cities. Here's a list of the estimated top 10 cities by population in the US. Notice, San Antonio is number 7 on that list. And when it comes to home prices, San Antonio is basically tied at dead last at $275,000 when it comes to median sales price of a house. As opposed to San Diego, Los Angeles, and New York, home prices there, and bear with me, $970,000, $900,000, and $825,000 respectively. And you can go ahead and argue with the fact that that's just the sales price of the home. That doesn't take into account the actual how much home you can buy in terms of the square foot. When we look at the median sales price per square foot, San Antonio comes in at dead last from that top 10 population list at a cost of $166 per square foot, while in San Diego, Los Angeles, and New York, they are respectively $715 per square foot, $629 per square foot, and $602 per square foot. Between me and you, I've actually seen homes that are a lot cheaper than San Antonio's median sales price, and sometimes you can get a home for $100 per square foot and the home is actually still in pretty good condition. Finally, if I were to comprehensively tell you why that real estate is about to explode here in San Antonio, here is a short explanation why. San Antonio is a nationally known city where there's literally a laundry list of activities that you can do here in San Antonio. That same list is only getting bigger. Then let's go ahead and pair that with the fact that Texas doesn't have a state income tax. There's also a lower cost of living, mostly because you can literally buy a third the price of a house with more house. And just with that alone, I wouldn't be surprised if home prices end up skyrocketing in San Antonio, simply because I believe that home values are truly undervalued here. And it's only a matter of time before I believe that demand begins to increase to reflect the home prices such as Austin, Dallas, and also Houston. Because if you even compare those prices, they're still relatively a lot more expensive compared to the homes here in San Antonio. That is why I believe it's only a matter of time before the home values end up catching up to them. Therefore, if you are even remotely interested in buying San Antonio, you need to talk to a loan officer or a real estate agent, because there's literally a lot of opportunities here. Home prices are still cheap, and if you want to invest, home prices are also still cheap. So there are still good opportunities regardless of what home you're trying to get, either an investment property or a home to live in. If you need any help in terms of buying a house, I'm more than willing to help you. I have a local team of lenders, agents, and also contractors to help establish yourself here in San Antonio. Whether or not if it's either to live, rent, buy, invest, my contact information is in the description below. And other than that, please like, subscribe, and have a great day.